My name is Dr. Amanda Marcagiani, and I am the president of the Alumni Association. I would like to thank the Awards Committee and the Alumni Association board members for their dedication in making these awards possible. It is my distinct honor to present these awards. The Audiology Alumna of the Year is Dr. Kathryn Dowd. Kathryn has dedicated decades of service to the profession of audiology, promoting the awareness of chronic disease and ototoxic medications causing hearing loss by instructing diabetes educators, optometrists, and audiologists nationally about the silent, unmet medical need. Her background in audiology over the past 41 years is varied. Educational audiology at local and state levels, as well as private practice and proprietary clinics. She has owned a private practice for 28 years, managing all aspects of business development, including patient care, marketing, human resources, and business growth. She is the executive director of the Audiology Project, which is a nonprofit organization working to raise awareness of the link between chronic diseases and hearing imbalance disorders. It is my distinct pleasure to award the Audiology Alumna of the Year to Dr. Kathryn Dowd.
Very honored to Salus University for the award of Alumni of the Year. I was surprised. I graduated from Salus University in 2008. At the time I joined in 2004, I really was debating at that stage in my life if I should go ahead and get an AUD. But I spoke with George Osborne at a conference, and he encouraged me to take some courses, which I did. And I was very pleased. Some people said, well, that's just glorified continuing education. But really, since I had already been an audiologist for almost 30 years, I saw the changes that had occurred in our profession. So the AUD was very useful in my practice from 2008 to 2014 when I retired. But then again, in 2016, Salus University stepped up to host the Audiology Project stakeholders meeting, where we were trying to get people together to start raising awareness of the link between diabetes, hearing loss, and risk of falls. And we had some wonderful speakers, and all this was hosted by Salus University. It was a full day of meetings with ASHA, AAA, ADA, the American Optometric Association was represented, CDC, and we had a lot of speakers. But I just really appreciate all the backing that Salus University has given me, both to give me an AUD and elevate my education, but then also to support our advocacy in moving the needle for audiology. And I want to say thank you to the whole university and staff. Thank you so much.
The Blindness and Low Vision Studies Alumna of the Year is Faye Miller. Devoted to her work at the Oklahoma School for the Blind, Faye serves as a full-time O&M instructor and also as the coordinator of the Oklahoma Regional Braille Challenge and Oklahoma Regional Cane Quest. Faye strives to create growth in the O&M field by supporting state cohort activities and partnership programs designed to meet the needs of a specific state for improving the number of high-quality instructors in the area. She has an unparalleled commitment to students with visual impairments, supporting their growth and learning inside and outside of the classroom, both as a direct service provider and as an educator for future O&M professionals. It is my distinct pleasure to award the Blindness and Low Vision Study Award to Faye Miller.
Thank you. I feel very honored to be receiving the Blindness and Low Vision Studies Alumna of the Year Award. Salus has had an enormous impact on my life and on the lives of my students. I was talking recently with one of my former students, a young woman with low vision. She mentioned that after she and I worked together, she started using her long cane more because her ability to use her vision had improved. In just a few months, she went from a traveler who almost always looked down at her feet to a confident pedestrian, able to walk with her head up and using her long cane for drop-offs and obstacles, using her vision to orient herself and enjoy the sights around her. Her success, and my own as a teacher, is thanks to Salus. The confidence my Salus instructors instilled in me as a teacher is evident in my students' confidence. Most of my students have low vision, and Salus has helped me find new ways to teach them how to use their vision more efficiently and to recognize when what they're seeing isn't reliable. I see the impact of Salus's teaching each year at the Oklahoma Regional Cane Quest event, where students from around the state show off their O&M skills. It has always been a wonderful opportunity, first for my students to improve their skills, for O&Ms across the state to collaborate with each other, and to bring awareness to the wider community. My favorite part now is just watching my students' heads swell with pride as they show off their independent travel skills. My instructors at Salus always stress two important ideas: problem solving and self-advocacy. I've tried to teach both to my own students. When one of my students stops along a route and I ask what they're thinking, they don't answer that they're lost. They answer that they're disoriented, and we just need to go through the problem-solving steps so that we can get reoriented. Self-advocacy is not as simple to teach, but has had an equally profound impact on my students. Every year, we pair our middle school students with third-year optometry students at a university here in Oklahoma. My students gain such confidence in speaking to that group about the accommodations that they use in school. And it's a win-win, as the optometry students benefit tremendously by learning how a clinical diagnosis affects everyday activities for these students. All of these opportunities for my students are a direct result of what I learned at Salus. I'm grateful to my instructors and the knowledge that they shared. And I'm especially grateful to Jamie Maffett, who was my mentor and supervisor. I have been honored to represent Salus teaching classes in Nebraska, Minnesota, and West Virginia. And today I am deeply honored once again with this award. Thank you.
The Physician Assistant Alumna of the Year is Brandi Burns. Brandi's passion is to help families with weight management, infant and care nutrition, and concussion diagnosis and care. She has devoted years of experience and her knowledge in general pediatrics to providing quality patient-centered care. Brandi is also well known by many of her peers and students as being a phenomenal pre-professional health advisor for students at Alumni University, while also serving as adjunct faculty in the science department. Brandi lectures at Salus in the pediatric module of clinical medicine for the first-year PA students and takes second-year PA students for their clinical rotations in pediatrics. It is my distinct pleasure to award the Physician Assistant Alumna of the Year to Brandi Burns.
Thank you, Salus, for this prestigious award. I really appreciate being recognized. This award means so much, especially now in the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. PAs have always been essential workers, and we have shown our resilience and strength over the past 7 months more than ever. PAs are a special group of providers as we focus on patient-centered care day in and day out. During my time at Salus, I was given the knowledge and tools needed to succeed as a PA, but nothing could have prepared us for a global pandemic. PAs have played a vital role providing quality care during one of the most challenging times in history. I'm happy to be able to help Salus out by taking PA students for their pediatric rotations, lecturing virtually to first years in their pediatric module, and continuing to engage undergraduates who are interested in the PA profession. I have so many great memories of Salus. I met some amazing people, I made lifelong friends, and learned much more than I could have ever imagined. Salus truly prepared me for life as a PA. I was lucky enough to find a career that I love, in being a pediatric PA. I treat and see newborns all the way through young adults, well visits and sick visits in between. I truly care about all of my patients and providing them with quality care. The young babies make me smile, the toddlers make me laugh, and the teenagers gift me with excellent conversations. There's never a dull moment working in pediatrics, that's for sure. I was nominated for this award by one of my patients and her family. Over the past several years, we have come to know each other better after I started seeing her in my office. She came to me when all other doctors had given up on her. She had never seen a PA before, so when I saw her, I gave her one thing that I knew she needed, and that was hope. That's what PAs do. We provide our patients with hope. Hope for the future, hope that they will get better, and hope for a better healthcare system. So thank you, Salus, for awarding me the Physician Assistant Alumnus of the Year. I'm humbled, I'm grateful, and above all, thankful for all of the amazing opportunities you have given me.
The Albert Fitch Memorial Alumnus of the Year is Dr. Andrew Gerwood. Dr. Gerwood is a professor of clinical sciences and attending optometrist and co-chief of SWE 3 at the Eye Institute. He is also an attending clinical staff member of Albert Einstein Medical Center, Department of Ophthalmology. He has lectured and published nationally and internationally on a wide range of subjects in the areas of ocular disease. Dr. Gerwood currently serves on the editorial boards of Review of Optometry, where he also serves as the chair of the Clinical Case Reports Committee. It is my distinct pleasure to award the Albert Fitch Memorial Alumnus of the Year to Dr. Andrew Gerwood.
Thank you, President Amanda Margiani. Thank you to the entire Alumni Association, and thank you, David Freese, immediate past president of the Alumni Association, for this prestigious award. I've dedicated 30 years of my life to this institution and have, for the most part, enjoyed every minute of it. I enjoy the academic challenge that I receive. I enjoy the support that I get from all of my administrators who allow me to do various researches that I like. But I think the most rewarding part of it, with respect to the alumni, are all of the names that I see across the country of students that I have taught that have gone on to great success. And I'm even more filled with joy when they either call me to ask me a question, which still makes me feel like I'm relevant, and or call me to tell me thank you for all of the things that I did for them academically. And so to have contributed in this way to the body of optometry makes me most proud. And I will continue to do it because I like it. Thank you very much for this prestigious honor. And awards are the product of shared efforts. And the people that have walked before me have certainly molded and mentored me to be able to do this. And I share this with all of you and all of them.
The Occupational Therapy Alumna of the Year is Alta Fried. After completing the occupational therapy program in 2014, Alta went on to complete fellowship training at the Philadelphia Hand to Shoulder Center, where she dedicated more than 4,000 hours in hand therapy to become a certified hand therapist. Alta is the clinical director of Atlantic Physical Therapy Center for Hand Therapy. She has published articles in Advanced Magazine and American Society of Hand Therapists Times. Alta serves on the Salus University OT Advisory Board and the Alumni Association Board. Additionally, Alta supervises students during their fieldwork placements. It is my distinct pleasure to award the Occupational Therapy Alumna of the Year to Alta Fried.
Hi, my name is Alta Fried and I'm a graduate of Salus 2014 inaugural occupational therapy class. I'm extremely honored and privileged to receive this award from Salus in honor of giving back to Salus, which is what Salus is all about. I chose Salus because they taught and instilled in us healthcare professionals about the ability and the importance of giving to our patients. And after coming out into the field and accomplishing what I have, I'm happy to receive the honor from Salus and give back to Salus and all of its students. Thank you.
In recognition of her outstanding service to Salus University's Pennsylvania College of Optometry, we are proud to award Dr. Bowen Minhas with the Distinguished Service Award. A 2009 graduate of the University of Calgary and a 2013 graduate of the Illinois College of Optometry, Dr. Minhas completed her residency in primary care at the Eye Institute and immediately thereafter became a PCO faculty member. She took on the role of director of the on-campus residency programs in 2016, and for the past 4 years, she has worked alongside students and residents to help them grow personally and professionally, both at Salus PCO and TEI. She continues to fuel her passion for learning and teaching by continuously implementing new technology in patient care. It is my distinct pleasure to award Dr. Bowen Minhas the Distinguished Service Award.
I wanted to thank Dr. Amanda Marchiani, the Alumni Association, and Dr. David Freese for this incredible honor. I also wanted to thank Dr. Sweta Das, one of our previous graduates who nominated me for this award. The immediate predecessor to this award was Dr. Lorraine Lombardi, so somebody I look up to tremendously, a mentor. So I'm just extremely honored. Thank you so much.
The Public Service Award is awarded to Dr. Vittorio Mena. Dr. Mena specializes in cornea and contact lens management with more than 6 years of diverse experiences. He serves as the Vision Sports Director at the Optical Academy in New Jersey and has shown continued and active involvement in the optometry community. Dr. Mena is the co-clinical director of Special Olympics Lions Club International Opening Eyes program. He was awarded the Young OD of the Year 2019 by the New Jersey Society of Optometric Physicians and currently serves on its board of directors. It is my distinct honor to award the Public Service Award to Dr. Vittorio Mena.
Hello, everybody. This is Vito or Dr. Mena. First, I would like to say I hope everybody's safe with these crazy times out there. I wish we could all be in person, but here we are. I would like to give a big thank you to the school, especially the Alumni Association, and for whoever's on the committee for actually thinking about me, for even deciding to get this award, because we don't do any of these things to give back or do special services for any type of recognition or awards. You do it just because you want to give back. You want to help people that are in your community, help people less fortunate. And eye care is one of those things that everybody really needs, because without our eyes, what can we do? So I graduated in 2014 at the Pennsylvania College of Optometry. And since I've graduated from the school, I've been volunteering ever since first year of optometry school at the Special Olympics Opening Eyes program, and I've done it, like I said, since first year. Stuck with it every single year. After I graduated, I stuck with it again. They asked me if I wanted to become a clinical director for the program. Somebody was stepping down, and they gave me the position. And I would ask our program. We always had a summer games for Special Olympics, and I asked, how come we never did one in the fall or the winter? And they're like, no one's ever done that before. And if you wanted to do it, by all means, if you can find volunteers or anybody that wants to help and do that, by all means. So anytime somebody gives me an opportunity or somebody gives me a challenge, I try to my best to do that. So what I was able to do with the program was create a Special Olympics volunteer event, pretty much starting with eyes and also with their teeth. So there was a dental program and also an eye program. And we were able to service about 50 athletes during that time. It was much smaller than our summer games. So it was a really nice experience. And I'm very humbled and grateful that it turned out. I'm sad because of this virus. Again, we're not all together. But our summer games got canceled this year. Our fall one got canceled this year. So we're hoping to ramp back up in 2021 for the summer games. So again, I would like to say a big thank you out to the school. And again, I hope you're all safe, especially the administration at the school, as well as admissions committee, because when I was a student there, I would give tours at the school and I would always promote the school as best as I could. I got many of the students to get to come to the school, and they're just wonderful people in the admissions team. And I wish I could see you guys, again, thank you so much, and best of luck to all of you out there. Be well.